welcome to another episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. Folks, it's our job to give you some interesting bits in world sports, entertainment, odd news, and whatever else we happen to stumble across in this hour-long podcast or so. I'm Rich Liebig.
And I'm Michael Costanzo.
And, we've got some topics to get to. This is a big month for me inadvertently, I feel like, because we got
a lot of stuff.
We got to recap WrestleMania, and then we got to look forward to the Masters.
Oh, man.
There's so many non-football stuff.
It's killing me.
No, Mike,
but
get on the train.
It's all good stuff, though. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, so we got all that to look forward to. But before we get to all of the news at hand, Mikey, how you doing? How was the past week?
Pretty good. I watched just a terrible. I'm not going to talk about the one that I watched, but I watched a second terrible movie.
How many terrible movies do you watch?
I watched a lot of. This weekend, I watched a few bad movies. One of them was the new Disney film, Wish. Rich, this is a Disney film which you are 100% valid in skipping, not even acknowledging its existence.
Thank you.
Yeah, I watched about half of it, and I said, you know what, I'm better off just sleeping through this. And that's exactly what I did.
All right,
and
sounds good.
That was an hour and a half well spent.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I've also been reading, for all my talk about being a Spider-Man fan, I've never actually read the comics. Well, I took the plunge, and I'm reading, they have like these collections, and this one is specifically collecting all of the comics that lead up to the introduction of Venom. So it's all of like the symbiote suit saga and the birth of Venom and Spider-Man and Venom's first battles. So I've been reading those, and that's been a lot of fun. And I'm realizing that the villains you see in TV, movies, and video games, they are like the top 30-ish villains, and everybody after that is just straight nobody losers. So far I've read about the villain The Rose, which is just a mob guy who leaves a rose.
Oh.
I've read about Jack-O-Lantern, who is a knockoff of not the Green Goblin, but the Hobgoblin. And his gimmick is that he has a pumpkin head instead of throwing pumpkin bombs.
Oh, no.
And instead of a glider, he rides what's called a pogo platform. That is essentially a glider, except it bounces instead of flies.
Oh, boy.
I feel like flying is way better than bouncing.
Yeah.
And then, Rich, I read about Red Ghost and his super apes.
Red Ghost?
And his super apes.
Okay.
That is the villain's full name. It is a person in a red outfit who can move through things, but he also commands an army of 3 primates who each have a different ability. His super apes.
The super apes.
Yes. One has magnetism, the other has strength, and the one can transform into anything.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Okay.
Actually, it's right there. Birth of Venom.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, Mike actually has brought evidence with him.
I just realized it's right there. So if you open up to my, I don't know if it's at the bookmark. Let me see. Do you want me to find Red Ghost and the 3 apes?
All right, he's already gonna bring proof of this.
There you go. Hold on.
I think this is the first time you've brought evidence to the video feed.
This is evidence. Yeah, I wanted to get a good shot of Red Ghost and his 3 apes.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sorry, I know this is thrilling for everybody. Here you go. Here's a good one.
Yeah, you might want. You're gonna have to get up close to the camera, I think, because
yeah.
You didn't give me this to scan beforehand.
No, I didn't. I should have. And they're very small panels, but like this one right here, that's Red Ghost.
Yeah, I think you're at this point. You're just gonna have to go to the camera. What preparation do we have for this show?
I don't know if you can even see. It's this one right.
Yeah, there you go. He's getting up close to the camera. You can kind of see it. Yeah. So there you go. It kind of looks like a weird Santa Claus.
It is kind of a weird Santa Claus. That's Birth of Venom.
All right. So there you go. That's what Mike's been up to.
I did not prepare for that at all.
No.
Clearly.
Interesting.
You really never know what you're going to get on the podcast.
No. Well, what a way to start off this show.
Well, now that I'm thoroughly embarrassed, Rich, what have you been doing this week?
I just want to mention that it's my wife's birthday this weekend.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so happy birthday to Rachel.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
So, we're going to have some fun coming up this weekend. She's going to celebrate. We're all going to celebrate. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
I mean, we're, I think I mentioned this last week. We're doing a TV trade-off. We're doing.
How's that going?
It's going pretty
the
good.
Streaming swap.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching Fringe because she loved that show, and there's a lot of people that randomly make like one-offs in that show that I've been noticing. So that's been pretty cool. And then she's watching 6 Feet Under, which is one of my favorite shows.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're going back and forth. Oh, and then also this weekend, did you see it was the finale for The Regime? Did you follow that?
I have not been watching it. I've been watching Shogun, but
Okay.
I want to check out The Regime.
Okay.
soon.
I will say I thought it was really good. It is wacky. It is out there. It is one of those, like, just you look at the show and you're just like, oh, my God, what is happening?
It sounds like the ending might not have stuck 100%.
I liked it. I thought it made sense.
Oh boy, that means that it was divisive.
I mean, I could see people not liking it, but I liked it.
Okay.
But it is one of those shows that I forget what Rachel calls it, but like she has that thing where if there's a scene that's too embarrassing.
Oh, you like literally can't watch it.
Yeah. Rachel, she tried to watch the first episode and she was like, I can't watch this. Like,
So the very first episode had a scene like that.
Yeah.
Where wow. No, I know exactly what she's talking about. Sometimes you're watching a show. I always, end up toughing through it, but like sometimes you're like, oh my God, it's like so you can feel the character's awkwardness.
Right.
And embarrassment. And you're like, it's like giving me anxiety watching them.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Right. So
it was that bad.
Rachel couldn't, she
Wow.
I think she barely got through the first episode and she was like, I can't do this.
Wow.
But for me, I just like, this is nothing. I'm
now
ready to keep going.
Now I'm even more curious. What was so bad that made her literally stop watching?
So you have to watch it if you haven't. But
okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and it's only I think it was only 6 episodes too, so you can binge.
Oh, that's super short.
Yeah,
I love that.
You can binge through it pretty quickly now.
I love the era of short TV series seasons.
Yeah,
like it used to be like
it's based on the BBC how
the
they would
BBC
do
model, yeah.
series.
Every season's like a kind of like a short little mini series almost. Remember when it was like even The Sopranos was long. They had like 15, 16 episode seasons.
Yeah.
And so was Breaking Bad. I think like 10 episodes is like my max now. If like a show is longer than 10 episodes per season, I'm like,
It better be good.
Yeah. It's got to be really, really good.
Yeah. I can understand that as well. So it was that. Also, it was the end of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which we're big Seinfeld guys.
Yeah. I sadly never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah. My problem was I was kind of too. I was too young to get HBO when Curb Your Enthusiasm started.
Right.
So like I kind of had to like backtrack and like really kind of catch up on the show. But the show's fantastic. It's basically Seinfeld just like uncensored because Larry David could do whatever he wanted to on HBO.
Nice.
But the finale of Curb Your Enthusiasm has so many references to Seinfeld. It's great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't they do an episode where they do Seinfeld kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like another one of those episodes.
Okay.
So I would highly recommend watching the finale if you're a big Seinfeld fan.
How long is that series?
Oh, that's crazy. It's like 15 seasons. It's crazy. Because
Probably-
he started it right after Seinfeld ended. He started in like
I'm probably not going to
99,
do that
I
then.
think. He started
Yeah.
right after Seinfeld had its run.
Do you ever feel like there's series that you missed out on and you just know that it's too much
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
I feel like Curb Your Enthusiasm's at that point for me where I'm like I'm never going to get a chance.
One I know Rachel always tells me about is Supernatural. She thinks I would love Supernatural, but like Supernatural has like 20 seasons.
Oh, absolutely not.
What am I going to do? Start now?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's too much.
Yeah, It's crazy. I can't get in. That's like 200 episodes. What am I going to do?
Look, I barely did The Sopranos, and that was only 6 seasons of like 12 to 15 episodes a season.
Right. So
I think that's like my max now.
It's just rough. If you miss the boat, you miss the boat.
Yeah, unfortunately that's how I feel about a lot of series. Damn.
At least that's why I kind of think movies are. I still think movies are better because at least movies.
You still think movies are better?
Yeah,
even in the golden age of the small screen.
Yeah, I mean, look, there are some exceptions, but But on a general rule of thumb, if you were to say watch a TV show or watch a movie, I would watch a movie.
I will say that I've been slacking on my TV watching, but recently when we were watching all the Oscar Best Picture nominees, I mean, that was some of the best visual media I'd partaken in. So, I mean, I agree. Movies are like a fantastic medium.
Yeah,
But
I
there's
think
so many bad ones.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
navigate.
the problem, yeah.
You gotta navigate. Yeah, it's tough.
Ugh,
But at least if you make a mistake, it's only 2 hours.
that's true. It's not like 12 seasons like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna say. I know.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Movies.
And we'll have some
Movies, the hip new thing.
Yeah. And we'll have some movie talk in the entertainment entree coming up. But before we get to that, we need to hit the sports realm in our first segment, the Sports Sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life.
Sports. In your face. Ha ha!
That's right. Sports coming at you in your face. All right. I will appease Mike because we have a lot of non-football news to get to. So, Mike, you have football news. What do you want to talk about?
All right, I got to get a little bit of football news in here. There was some big free agency topics to discuss. First, kicking things off with the Eagles. We extended tackle Jordan Mailata to a 3-year, $66 million extension, $48 million guaranteed, keeps him in Philly until 2028. Huge signing.
Yep. Got to fortify the offensive line. Yep.
Absolutely essential.
Makes sense.
And then we also re-signed cornerback Avonte Maddox to a new 1-year, I believe it's $2 million deal. We had cut him in March, and I think they always knew they were going to bring him back because his cap figure was just astronomically high for what he was doing. So 2 good signings to further, solidify things. Locking down Jordan Mailata is key because he's one of the best at the position, and I think the contract puts him at like the 4th or 5th highest paid. So we're locking him in now at a decent rate.
Yep. Not to mention, is he the one from out of the country?
Yes.
So they need him for
New Zealand. I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
they need him for the international relationships that the NFL's trying to target.
They do. That's why we're playing in Brazil. They're like, look, we have somebody from not the U.S.
Look,
and now you're playing in not the U.S.
Root for him.
Root for him.
you should be simpatico.
He's different like you are.
Yeah,
It's like so stupid.
That's basically what the NFL's doing.
It's going to work, which is the most annoying thing. But
Yeah.
So that was the big Philadelphia Eagles news. 2 solid signings. But the big news was just a shocker of a trade, I think, pretty late here in free agency. But the Buffalo Bills decided to trade away star wide receiver Stephon Diggs to the Houston Texans for a 2025 second-round pick.
Yeah, this was pretty major news. I
Yeah.
think it broke Thursday, of course.
Of course. It always does.
Just of course we're trying to be somewhat relevant and stop doing news on Thursday and Friday. Stop that.
It's so annoying. So annoying.
Yeah. But yeah, this definitely sent shockwaves throughout the league. To me, this really puts the Houston Texans blaring. Get the word out about the Houston Texans. They are not putting their foot off the gas. They want to ride while CJ Stroud's on that rookie contract.
Yeah.
They're going for it, baby.
That's the way to win a Super Bowl. You got to get a hot quarterback on a rookie deal, and
They are looking good.
And look, I think they're undisputed. I think they're the undisputed winner of that division this year.
They got Diggs, and they traded for Joe Mixon. That offense has completely been reinvented.
That is a stacked offense. On defense, they also, remember, because it wasn't just C.J. Stroud, the other first-round pick, Will Anderson, also was in the running for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolutely super talented team, turn things around. Fantastic head coach out there, D'Amico Ryans. I think the division's theirs. Like, I know Jacksonville's going to be there, and they're going to threaten, but I don't know. They kind of really collapsed. I know there were injuries, but they're not doing as much as the Texans have done.
Right. The Jaguars haven't done a whole lot. The Colts,
they're still an unknown. They're still an unknown.
Yeah, right. We don't know because Anthony Richardson got hurt early last year, so we still don't know his potential. And then they had the whole saga with the running back.
the Titans are dead. Like, let's just get that out of the way.
I'm sorry. I still don't trust a dude that's afraid of milk. I'm sorry.
I know.
I will until Will Levis lights it
Well,
up.
look,
I'm not going to trust them.
Let's count the miscues there. They traded away A.J. Brown to draft his replacement, who has not been his replacement.
Yep.
They let Derrick Henry walk.
Yep.
And they have a quarterback who is afraid of
milk,
one of the most common beverages in the United States.
Yeah. Good luck.
I don't know. And they're in a division where the other three teams are kind of on the upswing.
And they fired their head coach, too.
They did?
Yeah, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They jettisoned him.
Vrabel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people loved Vrabel.
They did, yeah.
So
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not crazy in saying the Texans, to me, are the clear front runner here.
Well, Vegas has propelled them up on the odds to win the AFC. I mean, they're right there with the Bills.
I'm surprised the Bills are still that high. I think their window is closed. I know Josh Allen there. I know, they'll always get something done. They struggled with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
They struggled with him.
Yep. Their only option is to go in the draft and hopefully get a wide receiver that hits. That first-round pick better be a wide receiver.
They have a defensive-minded coach, though.
Yeah.
This is always the catch-22. Everybody's like, oh, a tough defensive-minded coach who's going to bring smash-mouth football. But do you know what they also don't know how to do?
Yeah, they don't know how to draft those positions.
The Ravens, the Bills. I can't say the 49ers because, no, they're an offensive coach. But pretty much every defensive coach doesn't know how to take offensive players.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to shut down the officially shut out the Bills.
No,
because
they'll still be competitive.
Josh Allen is still, a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
There are amazing things he can do. And then of course,
it's going to be a struggle though.
With Sean McDermott, that defense is going to be good.
It's going to be a struggle though.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be as dominant.
No.
That whole AFC East is going to be weird.
It's a very weird division. I don't know. Could the Jets win it?
Well,
who knows?
So let's recap. The Bills got weaker.
Yeah.
The Jets are a big question mark because if Aaron Rodgers goes down again, that's over. That ship is going to sink again.
The Dolphins, they're basically staying where they are. They're going to win like 10-ish games.
Yeah, but there's always been question marks on Tua. Tua has flashes of brilliance.
I think that he's a better than average quarterback, bordering on that like top 15 conversation. You could make an argument he falls in like the 10 to 15 range, depending on the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think they're about like a 10 or 11 win team. Then they're just going to stay there. They haven't done anything to lose ground, and they haven't done anything to like make up a lot of ground either.
Right. So
the only big loser is the Patriots. They're the only one that we know for certain.
Well, we got to see the draft because
you really think they're going to turn it that far around in the draft?
No, but I mean,
they could pull the Texans.
Well, that's the thing. To me, for the Patriots, this upcoming draft is going to say a lot about where this team's heading. At number 3, they got to pick to me, it's clear and obvious they have to pick a quarterback. But there is still a part of me that thinks maybe the spirit of Bill Belichick lingered in that franchise for too long. And there are rumors that the Patriots could trade out of it. And if that's the case, they're going to be done. They're going to be in a lost.
Okay.
They're going to be in a wasteland for the next couple of years.
Well, there's two ways of looking at it, right? So you draft for need or draft best player available. Okay. So top 3 picks, we're expecting them to go quarterback. As a GM, do you we'll take the 3rd best option or the 1st best at another crucial position, like offensive tackle is supposed to be a very good draft for offensive linemen. Like, do you want the 3rd best quarterback if you know you can't get your 1st or 2nd guy?
But when you are drafting that high, in theory, there are teams that get it more than once. But in theory, that should only come once in a franchise cycle. Once every 7-10 years. Yeah, ideally.
Right.
I mean, if you're going back to that, then obviously you failed. Then you were wrong.
Or you're the Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah. So ideally, it should be one of those situations where you're too high to say
take
no,
anything else.
Right. Like, how often are you going to be a top 3 overall pick?
I think there's an argument there that the GM might not want to settle for the third best at a position. Because that's the reality. It's going to be.
Would you trade out?
I mean, it depends what the like who's looking to trade up and what's the compensation.
I would say teams like the Raiders, the Broncos, they would be willing to go up.
How many? I don't know off the top of my head how many spots that is, but if you could get like an extra first next year out of that, because then you're in a situation like the Eagles where you package them and you jump up to the guy that you want instead of settling.
But the Patriots have no quarterback right now.
They look. You struggle bust your way through the 2024 season. You get another top 5 pick. You get the extra pick from trading down. All of a sudden, you got it like the Bears, 2 in the top 10. That's franchise building draft picks right there.
Yes, but last year they still believed in Fields.
That's true. They did quote unquote believe.
I think that's not a fair comparison.
Okay, so you're saying that because there's no belief. Did they really believe in him, though?
If the Patriots...
But did they really believe in him?
If the Patriots actually trade out of number 3, why even watch this season? There's no way the Patriots are going to contend if they don't have at least a rookie that they think could be the franchise quarterback. If they go into this season with what they've got, they're not going to make it.
There's no bridge quarterbacks out there?
I mean...
who's on their roster right now?
I think it's like Jacoby Brissett.
He's not terrible.
No, but like...
he can be a bridge quarterback until they get the guy that they want.
What happened to that one guy that's like 41 years old and Bill Belichick would always keep picking him up?
Was it Vinny Testaverde?
No. I see his face. I can't remember his name now. But he was like 41, and every now and then he would just sign him on as like a practice squad backup.
But you are correct. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Like, no.
He's average.
If you're rolling into the season with Jacoby Brissett as your starting quarterback, you're punting the season. Like, don't even bother buying tickets.
But you still haven't answered if the third best is really what the GM wants. If I'm like you have a choice of 3 things. You can have the very last of these 3 things, or you could have the very best of something else, or potentially 2 really good things next year. It's the classic psychological experiment where it's like, can you delay gratification?
I don't think you can when you're running
in the not for long league.
Yeah, and especially when
the process is going to repeat because that's what happened with Mac Jones. Mac Jones was like the 4th best quarterback. That's what 4th best gets you. If you're not drafting the 1st or 2nd quarterback, you're getting Mac Jones.
Yeah. All right. Well.
I fully expect them to go quarterback, and I fully expect them to still crash and burn. Both things can be true.
So by your logic, Patriots have no hope.
They have no hope. No, they have no hope. That's why I said when we started the conversation on the AFC East, I said they are the team that I know for certain are going to lose and be terrible in that division. Like anything else can happen with the other 3 teams, and the Patriots will still pull up in last with like 5 wins.
All right, well, there you go. Sorry if you're a Patriots fan. Mikey is saying you're done.
They've had it coming.
Yeah, I guess,
After 20 straight years of nothing but winning, they don't even know what losing feels like, really.
Well, I guess to you, they're coming.
They're going to feel it.
They're going to feel it this
I don't
year.
know why I'm so mad at the Patriots right now. They're going to feel it.
All right. Well, or is this all a big reverse tactic? You're telling the Patriots to trade out.
Maybe I want them to win. No, I don't.
Yeah. So no. So you hurt them in the long run. Like, oh yeah, trade out of that spot. It's a good move. Good move.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Dallas should do the same thing. Wherever they're drafting, they should trade back too.
Sure.
So trade all your draft picks.
Yeah. Trade them for nothing.
For like hot dog water or something.
Yeah. Well, you guys haven't done any. The Cowboys haven't done anything during this whole free agency period anyway. There you go.
Except potentially pick up a second team in Dallas, but that's another topic for another time.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough football news because I know there's bigger topics to get to in sports. Topics that Rich is very excited to bring to you, and I will take a brief nap because it's time for the Masters.
That's right. Oh, get the music up. Yep. Oh, the Masters on CBS. A tradition unlike any other. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this. I'm going to be working from home on Thursday and Friday. I am
You're just going
stoked.
to have it on 24/7.
I am stoked for this. I cannot wait. Yes, it is time for the Super Bowl of the golf world. This is like one of the things I circle, in the sports calendar. It might even be my favorite non-football sporting event.
Wow, that's saying something.
It's just, it's one of those things, it always gets to me. My dad followed it. My grandpa followed it.
You played golf.
I play golf.
Play golf, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of
So
the.
it makes sense.
It's one of the few things that I can really, I can feel for the players going through, what they're going through on the course, because I can barely navigate a golf course, and these guys are, playing for millions of dollars and for the right to be etched into history.
Yeah, you relate to the game on a different level, having played it and watched it for so long.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to this, the 88th edition of the Masters. Looking forward to this one. For those that only know the big name, household names going into this, you will be happy. 48-year-old Tiger Woods has announced that he will be entering the Masters despite him dealing with recovering from an ankle surgery. And this was a serious concern because not only, does the twisting of the ankle flow in your golf swing, but also the fact that you have to walk the course. I know this is I know people laugh at me.
You mentioned that you're not allowed to use the little golf cart.
No, this is the PGA. This is high performance golf. You are not. You have to walk the course.
That's fair.
It still could end up being an issue that could knock Tiger Woods out of this tournament.
Has there ever been a situation where somebody is golfing really well and they just I can't walk, like my foot hurts or my knee, I got a bum knee?
Well,
has that ever happened where they just have to drop out because they can't physically walk it?
So Tiger Woods, he was playing in a major and he wasn't threatening to win the championship,
right?
But he hurt himself and he had to withdraw.
Okay.
It's a legitimate thing. You can hurt yourself and can't finish.
Do you have to make it to the hole in a certain amount of time? Like if you're walking too slow.
Are
there like pace of play rules?
Yes, there are pace of play rules.
So like if you are, say, limping along the 7th hole, you didn't get to the 8th in time, you're out of here, bub.
Well, not you're out of here, but they would likely incur strokes.
Well,
and then
that sucks because then you're perpetually golfing from behind.
Right, and then you would probably be kicked out to a point so far that
Man, vicious.
Yeah, golf is very specific.
This is what I like about golf because I'm a literal golf idiot. So I learn a lot, and you have a fact here that Tiger Woods has only played 25 holes of competitive golf. That seems
this
like
year.
This year, that seems like very little. What should we expect professional golfers to have golfed at this point to be ready for something like the Masters?
At least a couple tournaments. I mean, 25 holes. That's
not even 2 full tournaments.
Yeah,
right?
No, it's not even 2 rounds.
Oh, that's right, because they golf like 4 times around, don't they?
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yes. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep.
Yeah. So he hasn't completed a single tournament yet.
Right.
By that logic. That's not good.
No. So, unfortunately, Tiger Woods, I think his main goal is going to be just trying to survive, just trying to make the cut on Friday.
I mean, 48, I think golfers can sometimes get into like their 60s, rarely.
That's
the far end,
that's
the
Tom
1%.
Brady. And you don't win anything. No. That's like you're just competing. Remember, the oldest to ever win a major is Phil Mickelson at 50.
Oh, wow.
That's your cutoff. That really is.
So,
and even that was extremely lucky. Phil Mickelson was playing decent, and everybody in the field kind of fell off.
So Tiger Woods he's been done for a while.
For a couple. He won in 2019. He won the Masters then.
That was 5 years ago.
Yes.
Is it time for him to just call it quits?
I mean, you're not gonna...
At what point do you risk the legacy being, remember that old injured guy who got into some, DUI incidents.
So no, you're not going to call it quits. I mean, if Augusta hands you an invitation,
you gotta go.
You're going to try your best to make it. But I think with him coming off this recovery from the ankle surgery and the fact that he hasn't seemed to have survived a tournament so far this year, that's very worrying. I don't know.
He's not going to finish.
It's tough.
He's not going to finish.
Well, he might miss the cut on Friday. I think that's probably what's going to happen. He's probably going to try and golf and do his best, but this is the Super Bowl of golf. This is where all the best golfers in the world come together.
It's really,
and if you're not playing an A+ game, if you're not playing at the top of your level, you're not going to make it to Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. It's just really disappointing and sad to see somebody who's fallen so far from the peak of his career and just like keep holding on for whom, for what, It's like,
well,
Tom Brady was playing well up until almost the end to compare it to football, but Tiger Woods has not been super competitive for 5 years now.
But I think it still gives him hope that he can do it. Especially
he's got 2 years according to what you said.
Right, especially with seeing Phil Mickelson do it at 50. I think that's like the same timetable. He's got till 50, I think.
Okay.
All
right, so 2 years. We'll see.
And not to mention, if he does somehow win the Masters altogether, he would then tie Jack Nicklaus for the Masters victories at 6. And then I think he would be 2 shy of the major total, if I remember off the top of my head.
He's not going to make it.
No, I don't think he will, but at least he'll be closer.
But he's got 2 years. We'll see if maybe he can golf 50 holes by then.
Yeah. So that is the brand name news. If you want all that knowledge.
What's the Walmart version of who we should be looking at for this year's Masters?
Well, no. We need the odds makers. We need the Vegas bookies. What are they calling for? Well, usually I kind of have like a handful of people that are around the same odds.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Really?
Because, you know how sometimes in baseball you want the team that just gets hot in August and September? It's not necessarily the team with the most wins. It's the team that just gets hot right at that beginning of fall.
Right.
That sometimes makes the World Series run.
Yeah.
If you believe in that, Scotty Scheffler is your guy because he is piping hot. He has recently ascended to the world #1 golfer ranking, and that is because the last 3 tournaments he has entered, take a look at this.
Wow.
Won the Arnold Palmer Invitational, won the Players' Championship, which many people consider to be the unofficial 5th major.
Okay.
Like, if there was ever going to be another event that was going to be elevated to major status, it would be the Players' Championship. He won. And then he finished 2nd at the Houston Open. I mean, you want a guy that's on a roll at the right time.
He's just knocking him down.
Yeah. And that has shown on the bookies. He is favored at 3-1, which is the heavy favorite.
Yeah, I mean, usually when you do these things, usually the top guy's like 8-1, 7-1, 3-1.
That's low for
that's very low
for a golf event.
Yeah. Wow.
So he is red hot coming into Augusta. Then you've got kind of your name brands here. Rory McIlroy at 10-1, which, by the way, he still has not won at Augusta. That's the thing he needs on his career resume.
He can't do it. Can't get it done.
If he does, he would have a career Grand Slam, but he has won everything else, but not the Masters.
Well, maybe this year. Who knows?
Yep. Then we've got Brooks Koepka, 11-1.
He's classic.
I know you love saying that name.
Brooks Koepka.
Then we have John Ram at 12-1. Wyndham Clark at 15-1. He's been playing pretty well recently. Xander Schauffele at 18-1. Will Zalatoris, a previous runner-up to the Masters, very important. He's flying under the radar, 18-1.
These are some new names that I don't remember.
Then we've got Hideki Matsuyama at 20-1. He's also been flying under the radar. Former Masters champion Jordan Spieth at 20-1.
Oh yeah.
And then we start to lose.
Spieth was supposed to be the new Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
And then he did nothing for the rest of ever.
He needs a redemption story.
There was a time on this podcast where he had won like back-to-back or something.
Yeah.
He did something crazy. And we're like, oh, he's so good. He's so young. Next Tiger Woods. He literally has never won ever again in the history of our podcast.
Well, he choked at the Masters, unfortunately.
Well, maybe
That was
now.
a couple years ago.
Now this is the redemption.
Yeah, he needs a Masters redemption story. And then things kind of taper off there.
And bringing up the last of the pack, Tiger Woods probably at 14,000 to 1.
Oh yeah, Tiger Woods is.
He's probably not even on there.
No.
The odds makers are like, you're crazy.
No. You can bet on him. 100 to 1.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Throw $1 on him.
Yeah. I mean, hey, what's the harm?
It's just $1.
But unfortunately, I wouldn't expect anything because he's not looking too good. But nevertheless, I am looking forward to the Masters. This is one of my favorite non-football events of the year. I will be oh my God, this worked out beautifully. I'm working from home. I'm gonna have my workstation set up, and then boom, big TV.
You should make yourself the pimento sandwich.
Yes, I was telling Mike about this.
You told me about. This is what I really want to talk about. There's no, because he read the description. I said, woof. This sandwich is legendary, apparently. I had no idea. But it follows the Costco model of they have maintained the same price as $1.50.
For their trademark Pimento Paradise sandwich.
That's an amazing deal, you might be saying. But you might be wondering, what's on this sandwich? Well, $1.50 will get you pimento cheese, which is made primarily with mayo, and egg salad, which is primarily made with mayo. And you might be wondering, what vessel will I be eating this delicacy in? I'm glad you asked. White bread.
Yes! It's the whitest sandwich possible. Look.
It sounds like it's going to taste like glue, but weirdly, I like all those things, so part of me is like, maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, come on. Try it for yourself. Although you won't be able to get the special Augusta pimento cheese. You have to get that in Georgia, unfortunately.
I'll make it for myself probably. Are you gonna try your hand at making the pimento sandwich?
No, I'm not actually too crazy about egg salad. I don't know. I gotta really be in the mood for an egg salad.
I like egg salad. I haven't had it in forever, but I like an egg salad.
Okay. But yeah, if you're there, it's only $1.50.
You can't beat that.
That's the trademark Pimento Paradise sandwich.
You cannot beat that deal. That's a good deal.
Yeah, and like you said, it is kind of like Costco. They don't raise their prices on concession.
You still get a hot dog and a Coke for $1.50.
Yep. They just raised the prices on the tickets. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
They always get you in the end.
Yeah, that's how they get you. So, nevertheless, in a very exciting week for me coming up. And you, Mikey, come on, get on the golf bandwagon. Come on, you're not going to check it out a little bit?
I will say that the music is very pleasant, and you point out there's an hour-long loop on YouTube. I mean, if you're looking for music to work to, it's nice, soothing, calming. When work is getting stressful, you just pop that in, good to go.
The Masters on CBS.
Do they play that too?
No, not on the YouTube video.
Damn.
But they will say that a lot during the broadcast.
Well, yeah, every ad break.
CBS has like some ridiculous contract with them. It's like a 30-year contract or something. Like
you lock that down.
Yeah. So that's why you will constantly hear that.
They're like on CBS and only CBS.
They should have like a big bodybuilder come out only on CBS.
I really want that. The Masters on CBS and only CBS. Back off, NBC.
Take that, Peacock.
Yeah. Like, sorry, Mr. Viacom. That's right.
Well, maybe they should hire one of the WWE wrestlers.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Because I'm gonna hit a couple topics about WrestleMania in the 3-minute drill. You ready, Mike?
Let's do it.
All right, 3 minutes on the clock.
Well, this one's really all for you because WWE WrestleMania 40 was in Philly this week. I know that's one of your favorite sporting events of the year, sports entertainment events.
Yeah.
But as it was rumored, the Eagles had some kind of showing there. Stars Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson made appearances to assist Latino World Order and Rey Mysterio. Are those two different things? What is that?
Latino World Order, they have like a new revival going on, and then they brought back Rey Mysterio, who's kind of at the end of his career.
Right? He's been. I mean, we used to play as him in the wrestling video games way back when.
Yeah, he's at the
old.
end of his career. Yeah,
He's elderly.
yeah. But nevertheless, very exciting. Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson had the masks on. They had the
luchador masks.
yeah, to make their appearance, which was really cool. And it was in the Eagles colors too. I want to know where they got that. That was
Yeah, they should sell it.
yeah. Why not sell that?
Merchandising.
But I thought that would be right up your alley, mixing football and wrestling.
Oh yeah, I looked at the video. It was great. They jump out of the crowd. They like steal a chair from somebody, and Jason Kelsey got to throw somebody into the ring. I mean, they were actually like part of it. It was cool.
Yep. And then when they pinned the guy, they brought him into the ring, and they were both standing on the turnbuckles. Jason Kelsey jumped off the turnbuckle. I was a little nervous.
I saw that. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, watch out, because they are higher than you think. I've been inside a wrestling ring. They are higher than you think.
Yeah, and I know. And when he landed, he kind of like stumbled. I'm like, oh, he's gonna like roll an ankle.
Yeah, please don't.
I mean,
do that.
he's retired, so it doesn't affect us.
He's all right, but not Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson got down very gingerly.
We need him for the season.
Yeah.
Please don't do anything.
But anyway, there's other news, Rich. Cody Rhodes completes his story to become the WWE champion. Fans praised there was a pivot. The Rock had some controversy, but they had a little bit of a change in the story.
Yeah.
So it all ended up so everybody won.
I mean, everybody got what they wanted to.
Yeah.
The Rock was originally going to face off against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and steal Cody Rhodes' spot. But then they rewrote the script going into WrestleMania that The Rock had been teaming up with Roman Reigns the entire time, and The Rock was a major heel against Cody Rhodes, and it all seemed to work. And the fans were happy. Cody Rhodes won and became the WWE champion. I mean, it was... WWE actually is hitting on all cylinders right now. They have done a fantastic job, especially where they were at January. Think about where they were on January. The Vince McMahon sex scandal, things going wrong at Royal Rumble. The people were upset with The Rock stealing the spot from Cody. It was crazy, but they have come out on top. I got to give them props. They have done it. And there you go, people screaming.
Yeah, they really did weather that bad press.
Yep, and I think now they're going to be in a good spot to continue their role as the year goes on. But it was a great WrestleMania, and very interesting to see it in Philadelphia too. That was kind of cool too, to see all the hoopla. You know,
Did they have a lot of Rocky?
not as much as I thought that they were going to. I thought they
Really?
would have leaned in more into it, but
Huh.
you know, they had enough of their own storylines to deal with.
Yeah.
And they wanted to bring in the Eagles.
Right. You can't
There
have...
was a lot of Eagles references. Like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It was at Lincoln Financial Field, but like a lot of everything was like midnight green Eagles as much
really?
as they could throughout the,
That's pretty
between
cool.
outfits, between set designs.
I think it was Rey Mysterio. He had Eagles gear on too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had like pants on or something.
Yeah, he had pants that had the Eagles colors on it as well. So yeah, it was more. I say it was more Eagles than it was Rocky.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for definitely for you. But there you go. All the sports that is fit that we could stuff into the sports sampler. It was a lot. And
It was.
yeah, sorry, Mike. Only like a fourth of it was football related.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. But this is one of my favorite times of the year between WrestleMania and golf. Woo!
Yeah, I had to give it to you.
All right. Well, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere because we still got movie news in the entertainment entree and then the non-fortune cookie odd news when we return. Don't go anywhere. This is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We'll be right back.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby,
Barnes & Noble,
and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there.
No, we've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
So I guess get him in the car.
One cup, look. They even wrote.
Oh, yeah, we're back here on the Crispy Noodle podcast. We are done the sports sampler. There was lots of news there to get to. Not all of it football. Sorry, Mike.
No, sadly, not. But that's okay.
Yep. But we move on now to the next part of the show where we go over some movie news and TV and video game news in the entertainment entree.
And now, the latest in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty? Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You were the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
This is the entertainment entree.
All right, officially we are in entertainment entree mode, and we're gonna start off the topic with the segment where Mike is gonna let you know what you keep an eye out for this upcoming weekend with movies, TV, and video game news. With Mike's this week in entertainment. All right, Mikey, what do you got for the fine people?
All right, well, this week, Civil War hits theaters. This film is written and directed by Alex Garland.
Not Marvel Civil War.
No, not Marvel. This is completely different. This is written and directed by Alex Garland, best known for heady sci-fi films like Ex Machina and Annihilation, and this film promises more of the same. This dystopian action film follows a team of journalists traveling across America during an escalating Second American Civil War. That's
weird to think about.
Yes, it is, and especially given the subject matter here. In this near future representation of America, the government is a dystopian dictatorship, and partisan extremist militias commit war crimes. Critics are viewing it favorably so far, though. It's earned a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes with an average score of 8 out of 10. They note that it's riveting, gorgeously shot, and delivers a strong cautionary tale and warning message. However, it is also at times a tough watch that could surprise viewers and leave them either shaken or disappointed, with the potential for controversy from its effective messaging. That's something they specifically called out. So it might not be for everyone, but it's an early entry to potential awards nominees. People are talking about it. Keep your eye on it. That is Civil War coming to theaters this week. In TV, though, we have Franklin coming to Apple TV Plus. Michael Douglas is Benjamin Franklin in this 8-episode historical drama that follows Franklin's diplomatic mission to France in 1776 at the onset of the American Revolution in order to gain France's aid. But if you're tired of the past, let's head to the future with Fallout coming to Amazon Prime Video this week. This show comes from the Westworld team and is based on the hit post-apocalyptic sci-fi RPG video game series. Set in a collapsed, retro-futuristic LA 200 years after a nuclear war, the citizens of the luxury Fallout shelters must return to the surface world their ancestors left behind, only to discover an entirely new world awaiting them. So that's Fallout and Franklin coming to TV. I'm really looking forward to both of these series. That's what we're all looking forward to this week in entertainment.
All right, thank you for that segment. It's funny, just a random spin-off here. You mentioned Westworld and their team.
Yeah.
Did you see that Jonathan Nolan gave an interview and they asked him about Westworld, and he said something to the tune of like, we're still shopping it around, and he was talking like he wasn't talking like Westworld was. He kept saying Westworld is.
Huh.
Like, is it like delusional, or do you think there's a chance that someone's going to take a flyer on a final season of Westworld? I don't know.
So
if HBO wasn't willing to do it.
Now, I didn't watch season 3, and I know you stand by it. You say that it was still pretty good.
It was still, the first season was gold.
Right.
It's like True Detective. The first season is like so good.
And they just get progressively not.
Yeah. But I think it's tough to. It's just really tough to maintain that quality of TV.
I didn't like season 2 because the twist was always the same twist. It's like, oh, are they real or not? And oh, are you real or not?
Yeah.
Oh, is he, she, it real or not? I'm like, play a different note.
Yeah. That's kind of their bread and butter.
Yeah. So I didn't bother with season 3. There was no season 4, right?
No, there was a season 4.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't finish?
Right, 4 didn't finish.
All that time?
They were going to do a fifth. The plan was the 5th season was going to be the final season.
Oh.
And then HBO just cut it at 4.
Well, HBO, did they remove it completely? That was one of the shows that got the axe.
Yep.
Like full on, like tax write-off.
You can't watch it on HBO right now, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm wondering what the future would be then. Like, what's the out?
Well, the only thing I can think of is somebody else willing to pick it up. But, I mean, if HBO wasn't willing to pick up the 5th season, I don't know who would be.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a tall order.
Yeah. So, I don't know if Nolan is a little Jonathan Nolan got a little delusional or something.
I think he might be a little delusional because...
He's been hitting that wacky tobacco or something. Like.
Maybe, because from what I understand, he is a major part of the Fallout series. He directed the first 3 of the 8 episodes, so he's got a whole bunch of stuff.
Is he hoping that like maybe this
Fallout will like make people interested in Westworld again? I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Seems like a tall order.
I don't know,
but I don't know. Just a funny thing that you mentioned since you Westworld, and I saw that headline hit the news feed the other day.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I would not put a lot of stock in it. I think Westworld's dead.
Well, speaking of other things that are dead.
Okay, what a transition.
Robert Downey Jr. is not ruling out an Iron Man return. I saw this article. We had to talk about it because being big Marvel, being big Marvel fans, we have to talk about it every time this topic comes up. But simply put, asked in a recent interview if he'd ever return, he said, "quote happily, it's too integral a part of my DNA. That role chose me. And look, I always say, never ever bet against Kevin Feige. It is a losing bet. He's the house. He will always win." Not a very clear answer there, but this has been previously rumored. And with Marvel's recent villain shakeup and the behind-the-scenes revamping, could we be inching ever closer to an Iron Man or Originals Avenger return? They kind of have the set up for it with the whole multiverse thing, but I mean, what do you think? Next couple of months they announce the change in title or the change in direction. Like the original Avengers are back in Avengers multiverse escapades. What's your reaction if that happens?
Infinity Stones 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Right, exactly. But what do you think? Are you taking this? One, like how serious do you think the potential for an Iron Man return is? And two, if he does return, are we talking about full-length movie, or are we talking about like a 10-second cameo?
Right. See, that's the difference.
Because return is a very vague word here.
Yeah, I'm sure that I think what he's talking about is some sort of like flashback or like a memory scene or something like that.
Like he will reprise his role somehow, but it's not gonna be Iron Man 4.
No, Iron Man can't come back from the dead. That would be really cheap.
It is comics though.
Yeah, but it's also movies. I think if you do that,
it's
going to cheapen everything.
I agree. First off, I agree. And I think that it's one of the Infinity Saga's most powerful moments. And so if you undo that, you've lost all your original fans.
Yeah. I don't think it's a smart move.
I don't think they can. And then if you do come back from that, you're like, oh, it's the multiverse. It's comics. Nobody's ever really dead. Then nothing matters.
Nobody's ever really gone.
Yeah, right. Yes, nothing matters then.
Yeah.
If he comes back. I think with the rumors, I think it's going to be like remember Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
There are all those rumors, John Krasinski's going to be the new Mr.
Yeah.
Marvel and all that. And everybody was like 100% correct, except also 100% wrong.
Right, yeah.
Because it was like a 10-second cameo.
Yeah, fake Fantastic Four.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be something like that. Like in another universe, Tony Stark is still alive. And maybe Peter Parker runs into him. And it's really emotional. But he's got to leave because it's not his universe.
Actually, wait.
What?
That's impossible.
How so?
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Doctor Strange say there's only one way that this works where we win? And it's the one where he spoiler alert, sorry. He sacrifices himself.
Oh. So you're saying that in all the other universes...
He loses. He doesn't sacrifice himself. They lose.
Well, right. But them losing is just half the people are dead. So in one of those universes, Iron Man could hypothetically be one of the half the people left. You get what I'm saying?
But then the snap doesn't happen.
What do you mean?
So
that's just in the MCU, the main timeline, the snap happens, but they win because Iron Man sacrifices himself. But in another thread of the multiverse, this is the way that I understand. In another thread of the multiverse, the snap goes through, and it just everybody stays.
But even
snapped.
But even the thing at the end where everybody is against Thanos. Like, yeah. I don't understand how you would have a situation where you walk away from that and Thanos wins because everybody's literally against Thanos.
No. He snaps his fingers, and instead of everybody coming back and winning, everybody just stays half snapped.
But
in those other multiverses.
But literally everybody in the world, everybody in the entire universe is against him.
Yeah, but remember, he destroys the Infinity Gauntlet.
But this would be after that. I still think I don't know. I still think you can't. I mean, I guess you could. I don't know.
So the way that I'm
really
the way that I'm envisioning is imagine the snap and all the different multiverses span out from that point. And in like hundreds of them, Tony Stark is snapped. Hundreds of them, he's not snapped. But in only one thread is he not snapped. And do they go back in time? And then he ultimately sacrifices himself. That's our MCU thread. But there's a thread out there where half the world gets snapped and he's just alive and he's just
I guess. I don't know.
Bitter and alive.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping that would be like a...
No, but you do highlight a key issue when you dabble with time travel and multiversal things, is that it becomes incredibly complicated for no benefit.
Yeah.
Like, time travel is tenuous at best.
Yeah.
And then multiversal stuff is even more so. And now you got both of them together. Bottom line,
I was hoping that was like a safeguard.
No, nothing is safe in comic books.
No. All right. Well, sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
I think what will happen is, one, the original Avengers need to stay done. Like, we need to do new Avengers with Spider-Man as the lead, and you have all the young people, Hawkeye's friend, whatever. I don't know, Captain Falcon.
Falcon.
All the new people.
Good old Captain Falcon.
But that in repairing, is the multiverse broken? I don't know. They're going to repair the multiverse, and in one of those multiversal threads, Tony Stark is still there, and the new Avengers are like, oh, we're so sad. Come back with us. And he's like, I can't. This is my world. And they're like, oh, shucks. All right. Bye, Mr. Stark. We love you. Goodbye. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a cameo like that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Iron Man 4. It's going to be like a 5-minute little monologue, and then that's what's going to give them the inspiration to go and repair the multiverse.
There you go. I think that's
what's
going
to
to
happen.
You're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is just clickbait, and I clicked it.
And you fell into the trap.
I fell into the trap.
Good job, Mike.
Because you done goofed.
All right.
But anyway.
Let's go on the other side. Let's go to DC. Woo!
Let's do it. Yeah, because something broke literally half an hour before we started recording. The trailer for Joker Folie Deux premiered. Finally.
Yes.
Folie
and we
Deux
saw
means
it.
Madness of Two. We watched the trailer. We got to talk about it. Rich, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this movie, given the first look at it?
Yeah, I saw Joker 1, and I was, I just thought it was a great performance. It was, but like, it's weird. It didn't feel like a comic book movie. It felt like more like a Scorsese tribute between like the King of Comedy and like Taxi Driver. Like it felt like a homage to his movies.
It did feel something like Taxi Driver-esque.
Yeah. So
it was a character study.
Right.
It wasn't really a comic book superhero movie, and it wasn't supposed to be.
Right.
So how do you feel about the vibe of this one, though?
Yeah, and then we saw the trailer to this, and I get like a Moulin Rouge feeling. Like it's
being pitched as a quote-unquote jukebox musical, which I just learned what it was today.
Yeah, exactly. And it could work with Lady Gaga. That like if you wanted an equally powerful star opposite Joaquin Phoenix in a musical, and Lady Gaga has all the criteria you want.
Would it be weird, though, to have a jukebox musical, quote-unquote superhero movie? A jukebox musical, for those who don't know, I did not know, is a stage or film musical in which the majority of songs are well-known popular music songs rather than original music. And like you said, Moulin Rouge is an example of that. Do you think are they taking that really to heart? Is this a musical?
I think they are. I mean, that trailer referenced music several times, including a big one, like right on your forehead.
It did.
I forgot what they said, but it was like, music is
it's something of the soul,
language of the soul, or something. Like they were like hitting you hard. Like this is
like
it's going to be music.
It opens with a theme of music, but I guess in a way it does kind of lean into the madness.
Yeah.
Of the characters, right? And the theatrics of them. Because a big part of the Joker and Harley Quinn are the theatrics of it, right?
Yep.
It's the showmanship of it. It's less what they're doing and how they're doing it. At least that's the vibe I always got from it.
Absolutely.
So I know everybody's like, oh, Heath Ledger was like the best Joker ever, ... However, could this be, in a way, a more authentic or version of the Joker?
It could be. And a great thing with this is too, like, obviously they're taking the storyline after Joker 1 that he is going back to the insane asylum, but with this whole jukebox music mantra,
he can go anywhere.
Right, you can go anywhere. You can do anything, because you can just say, oh, it's all in his mind, it's all in Harley Quinn's mind, it's all in their sick fantasies.
Right.
And they could do anything that they want to with the score or whatever they want to.
I mean, the possibilities are endless, really.
Yeah.
Also, we both mentioned Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga. That's the thing I'm most excited about. As soon as I saw her, I'm like, that's good. That's Harley Quinn.
That's a perfect casting.
I think so. It's going to be so freaking good. Like, I always thought Harley Quinn was a really cool character, so I'm excited to see how they do it. I did notice there's a little bit of a twist on how they meet up, because if I remember correctly, Harley Quinn is supposed to be his psychologist, right?
Traditionally, yeah.
Like Dr. whatever her name is, Harzel Quinn or whatever. So kind of a little bit of a twist there where it looks like she is also a patient.
Yeah, that's
in
what
the
it
asylum.
seems like. Yep.
Yeah. So interesting little novel twist there for people who are paying attention to the traditional origin story. But the big question, though, that I had when watching this is now the second movie in this series. And obviously I haven't heard any rumors of a version of Batman appearing.
No.
But do you think we ever will get any kind of...
Honestly, I don't think so. I think this series works best as its own study into Arthur Fleck as the Joker. That is the bread and butter here.
Do we need a Batman?
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
I in this series, I don't think so.
I will say, this is kind of like a trend where, for the longest time, we've had superhero movies. To my knowledge, we haven't had many supervillain movies.
Yeah, not really. Venom.
Venom. Well, and that was the point that I was getting at. Recently, we've had Venom, Morbius. All the Sony pictures have just absolutely sucked. We're getting Craven for some reason.
Yeah.
But on the DC side, Joker, and I think Joker actually works.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it as a dramatic character study. They're not making it like Venom, Morbius. All those movies are still superhero comic book movies, but they're just following the villain instead of the hero. And that's why Venom is super weird. That's why Venom, I think, doesn't work. But I think that Joker does, because they figured out what was important about the character, and they just decided to emphasize and stick with that. So I think I might agree with you. I don't think they necessarily need a Batman.
No. I think this works best in its own universe. Let
Now,
it be.
That
WB,
being said,
WB, DC, don't touch it.
You know where I'm going with this.
Just don't touch it.
You know where I'm going
Let
with this.
Let it be.
That being said, WB is going to put a Batman in there.
No.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
no.
they will.
Don't touch it. Nope.
They're going to put their grubby little hands. I can see their fingers now.
Nope. Let it be. Let it breathe. Let it just exist on its own thing.
I think it's so weird that WB and DC are afraid to actually touch it.
Well, no, let Todd Phillips do whatever he wants. He's been hitting so far right when it comes to this series.
Yeah.
Let him be. Don't interfere. Don't.
Why fix what ain't broke?
Right. Let him just exist on that additional timeline, and don't mix it in. Let it just exist.
I agree. I just worry WB is very meddlesome.
Well, we'll see.
I hope they stay hands off, though.
I think right now they got to worry about James Gunn and what he's going to do with Superman. I think that's a far bigger task that they got to worry about.
Why? What's wrong with him and that?
It's
are people not happy?
No. It's going to be a tall order to reboot the DC universe.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
You know, that's a good point. Joker kind of is existing at the perfect time and perfect place where nobody's paying attention to it, but in the best way possible. Because it's not part of the reboot.
Right.
So DC and WB, they're not even they're like, wait, is that still did we greenlight that? Oh, we did? Okay. Lady Gaga, it should be fine.
Yeah, let it be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, and there you go. That wraps up the entertainment entree. But, folks, we got one more part of the show left. Folks, it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
We've been talking about cool and its ramifications and how it applies to the hip scene. But maybe you could give us some examples now of the opposite of cool, uncool. Just exactly what is uncool?
My nipples look like milk duds.
Holy shnikes.
It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
It's not of this world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence we're facing.
How you doing? Me? I'm doing great.
Mandada basata. I don't make this stuff up.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts. That'll be $4, baby. You want fries with that?
I seen the celery dance across the baseball fields.
You had me at meat tornado.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Okay. What does that mean?
And now it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
So sit back,
Get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders. Go to the bathroom because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo! Odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news. Here in this segment, Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird, wacky story and keeps it hidden for me, which ensures that all of my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing these stories for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. And I'm ready to get started. Where are we heading to and why? Why, Rich?
Right.
Why?
Well, you know what? Yeah, first story, I got to do an obligatory Florida story here.
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
As one does.
Yep. And this happened on Easter Sunday.
Oh, praise be.
So, obviously, you know, it descended from the heavens in Florida. I have to report it.
It was divinely inspired.
Yep. This happened at a Walgreens store.
Oh, the most holiest of holies.
Yes, of course. So we're going to follow the case of 35-year-old Peter Owens.
Okay, pretty normal name, pretty
Yep.
normal place and day.
Yep.
I'm worried.
Well, on Easter Sunday, he decided to walk into the Walgreens to buy a pair of headphones.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
I would have chosen like Best Buy, but yeah, to each their own.
Right, you know. I guess maybe he just wanted something cheap. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's traveling. He just needs something for the plane, you know, or whatever.
He went outside, tried on the headphones, then came back inside saying that they did not work.
Okay.
That's when him and the employee at the front register got into a quote, verbal altercation.
Uh-oh.
At that point, the 36-year-old store manager, Nicole Merck, then saw the developing incident happening and went to confront Owens. Owens demanded a new set of headphones, saying that the one that he bought did not work. But I guess there was some miscommunication there because tensions escalated. They both started screaming at each other. And then Peter Owens took out the brown Bible that he had taken from church and struck Nicole in the face.
She's not a Christian!
Yeah! Bible beat down.
She's not a Christian. Pow! Now she is.
She's not a Christian!
Woo!
I always find it so funny that people will literally commit assault with the thing that says don't commit assault.
Yes.
My God! What the hell's going on tonight?
Yeah, might as well be a wrestling
It's like a
event
literal manual to not being an awful person, and you're just like,
she's not a Christian!
here. Yeah.
Wow.
Bible beat down.
Bible beatdown.
On Easter, too.
Very appropriate.
Yeah. Well, at that point, that's when the clerk called cops. They took Owens into custody. Owens said that I only hit her in the face one time.
Oh.
So,
only once?
Right.
Oh, no big deal.
Right. It was only once.
Only once.
Oh, come on. You can't handle a little smack.
The cop checks the law. Like, well, it's in here. You're allowed one free hit.
On Easter.
On Easter, right.
You get one free hit.
It was only once.
Yeah. Also, Peter claimed that she was being extremely rude to him. But, of course, you know, that doesn't help.
Well, only one hit and being rude. I mean, yeah, I think he should
on
be
Easter?
free to go. He should be free to go. Absolutely.
Yeah, come on.
It's only one hit, and
Yep.
they were rude. Oh, well, in that case.
Well, things actually got a little escalated for him because in 2020, he had a previous conviction for assault and battery.
Was it also with a Bible?
No.
Oh.
But this does mean that he has a record. So he had to post a $5,000 bond, and the judge said that he must stay away from the Walgreens.
See, if he had opted for the better headphones from Best Buy, you know, bought like a nice pair, then he wouldn't have to spend $5,000 on bail.
Yeah.
He would have saved a lot of money in the end.
Yeah. Just Go get the better headphones.
Exactly.
Don't cheap out at Walgreens. Come
No.
on. That's
Obviously, they're not going to work, right?
Technology 101. Come on.
Right.
Don't trust Walgreens. Trust.
If you're buying your headphones from...
I don't even really trust Best Buy. I don't know. Trust Micro Center. Live near a Micro Center.
At least Best Buy has brands that you recognize.
True.
Like if you're buying your headphones from the same aisle where you can buy Bugles.
Yes, look.
You're like, grab my Bugles, my Mountain Dew, and my headphones. Perfect. No. Put them down.
I'm in for a crazy Easter, Mike. I have to pick up these things, all right? There's a lot of things happening.
She's not a Christian!
Like, I don't know about you, but the CVS right here, they have chips, then the ATM, and then headphones. And I feel like if that's the setup, your headphones are not going to work. Just a vibe, you know?
All right. So there you go. Quick little story there in Florida. And I had to mention it for Easter. There
Of course. Of course. Praise be.
Praise be. All right. Let's get to my main story. This is the one I was definitely going to mention on the podcast.
Oh, Lord. All right.
And this one takes place in one of your favorite states, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. And in 12 years of the podcast, I never bothered to learn the rest of the lyrics to this song I'm singing.
Woo!
Never.
There you go.
You've been doing this for what, like 11 years?
Yeah, you still never learned.
Never learned the lyrics.
All right, we gotta get you.
I know
we gotta get you like.
I should.
You will not leave this chair until you find out what the rest of the song is.
I should. One of these days, I need to memorize it for the next time you mention Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it's a great musical, though.
Yes.
Everybody go watch it.
All right. Well, this is a great story here. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, and from a Waffle House. So, this checks off all the boxes here.
Oh, man. I so badly want to go to a Waffle House.
Well, there
Never
you go.
Been.
You could witness stories like this in real life.
I could go to Oklahoma and go to Waffle House and cross off two things on my bucket list, singing Oklahoma in Oklahoma and eating at Waffle House.
Well, there you go. This could be your chance.
Not a very interesting list.
Well, in this news story, a woman in Oklahoma claimed that the vehicle she is accused of stealing was actually a birthday tip she received from a former Waffle House customer, according to police.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Wait, what? Somebody left her a car as a tip?
She claims she is driving a stolen vehicle just because a customer gave it to her as a tip.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
People leave crazy tips.
You drive to the restaurant and you say, you know what? I don't need to drive home. How do you reasonably? You're like, you know what? I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, here, take it.
You're gonna have it.
Yeah.
What? What? Actually, what though?
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
I guess there's Uber, but that's just an insane. That's just an insane series of events.
You have brought me A++ service. I am going to treat you to a free car. How do you like that? Take my car.
But what I really love about it is isn't Waffle House you can get an entire spread for $2, and they're leaving a 100,000% tip.
A Jeep
in the form of a car.
According to the police report, it's a Jeep Liberty.
Okay.
Officers looked at the Jeep and noted that it was identified as a stolen vehicle.
Well, if they left it as a tip, they wouldn't say it was stolen. Ah.
So officers went into the Waffle House and asked to speak with the driver, who the staff identified as Angela Harrison. Harrison told officers that she... Oh, this is interesting. So she was at a gas... This is according to her story. This is crazy. She was at a gas station an hour ago.
Okay.
Ran into the customer that liked her so much, and the customer gave her the Jeep at the gas station. So apparently none of this happened at the Waffle House.
Wait.
according to her story.
You ran into somebody at a gas. Stop.
Yeah.
No, you're at a gas station for exactly one reason. Rich, what's that reason?
Get gas.
Okay. So you're actively driving your car because you're getting gas. But you run into somebody and you're like, you know what? Never mind. Here you go. I filled it up for you, too.
Your service is so impeccable.
I remember one time 2 weeks ago, you gave me my waffles better than anybody else.
I've never had such exquisite waffles in my life.
Never.
But thanks to you, it was the most memorable experience of my life. Take my Jeep Liberty.
Oh, why, thank you. Like, what?
I remember it was December 21st. Such exquisite waffles.
You placed it just so. Perfectly. Butter, syrup, the whole works.
It was amazing. I've never had anything like it.
With a fork and knife as well. Oh, my goodness.
And a hot cup of coffee. Oh, dear Lord.
That's deserving of my Jeep Liberty. With a full tank of gas.
I would weep in your shadow. But instead, I can only offer you my Jeep Liberty.
I would weep in your shadow. Oh, my God. This is so stupid. Oh, man. And she really thought that was the one. That was the story.
Yeah,
she's going to do it.
She tells the police also that it was also her 53rd birthday.
You know, that
that
classic milestone, 53 years.
Yeah, 53. Woo! Take my Jeep.
Not 50 or 55, but 53. So it wasn't just the service. It was also a major milestone, the 53rd birthday, of course.
Yes.
Everybody loves their 53rd birthday.
Yes.
Police
say the Jeep was reported stolen around Christmas.
So this thing has been stolen for a minute.
Yeah. Detectives. You know what? How about this? First, before I get everybody excited, I have a. Let me get you excited. I got a picture of her mugshot, and it is Oklahoma Waffle House worthy, if you will.
No.
So here she is, the best waitress in all of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Worthy of your Jeep Liberty.
Oh my God. She's so angry. Yo, her eyes are so for audio listeners, her eyes are so sunken. She looks like she's like possessed or something. And the scowl, you look up the definition of scowl or frown, it is this lady's face. This is picturesque. How scowling and frowning she is. That's amazing. And the hair is just...
She is very upset that the cops did not believe her story. How
She
dare
looks
you?
I
am the #1 Waffle House waitress in this country.
I won Employee of the Month exactly one time.
How dare you not believe my story?
And she looks every single second of 53 years.
Oh
man.
So that's the only that's the only photo I had.
Damn.
Apparently, Harrison also claimed that at one point she has a photo of the customer and her in front of the Jeep on January 14th.
What is this insane? Wait, so at the gas station, they also do a photo shoot in front of the car to commemorate the amazing tip / 53rd birthday gift that, of course, you give to the person you run into at the gas station.
Yes. So she claims she has a photo.
Well, did she supply said photo?
No, not for public.
Oh, okay. So she had it, but just not on her.
Yeah.
She framed it.
It was so.
It was so moving,
moving.
so touching.
Had to be framed immediately.
She printed it at the Walgreens from the other story and then framed it. Oh, Lord. So the cops 100% bought this story, right? Airtight.
No. That's why I think she's really angry in that mugshot.
She's so angry.
She is very
I've never
disappointed.
seen a person angrier than that. Like her like it's like cartoonish. Like her face,
Yes.
her mouth is like a straight, narrow line that turns down.
It is.
It's perfectly level. Like it's weird.
It's parallel to the ground.
And
yeah.
then her eyebrows, they're like literally like, you know how little kids draw like the little V eyebrows for anger? That's her. I don't understand how it's that picturesque.
Yes, it is. It's very cartoonish.
She's a caricature, and her story is like a tall tale.
Yeah. I have a picture.
Of course, I have photo evidence.
I
It's like it's giving Seymour Skinner. I have a picture. Well, can I see it? No.
That's actually what happened. No.
I can't think of any other. She's like, I have a picture that'll exonerate me. Well, not on me. I just have it.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yes.
So she didn't get to keep the car.
No.
Damn.
And as a matter of fact, the police don't buy any of this.
What?
Yep.
Not even with photographic evidence?
Nope. Not with missing photographic evidence. Or any sort of
Logic?
Or how about this?
Or witnesses or alibis? Nothing.
How about this? Here's a good way to prove if she's even remotely telling the truth. Go ask her manager. How is she as an employee?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You want answers.
Yeah, how is she as an employee? She's like, we fired her months ago because she stole a customer's car.
She keeps hanging around here for some reason.
She keeps trying to give waffles to people, and we tell her, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, you're
You don't work here anymore.
You got let go. Go away.
Yeah. We fired her months ago. Why'd you fire her? She stole a customer's car.
And she looks like that.
And she looks like that. Look, I'm sorry. There is no way on God's green earth that she's getting... She might not even get a 20% tip with a face like that. She is anger incarnate.
Yeah, she's not happy. She's not happy.
Oh, man.
And, she's definitely not going to be happy after this because she was officially charged with possession of a stolen vehicle.
No, say it ain't so. Not with that lovely story and lovely smile.
Yep. The vehicle has been returned to the owner that was originally indicated. So they don't believe this for a second.
I should hope not. Because that was a wild story.
Oh, man.
No, officer, I swear, I got a picture. Why would you even say that and then not be able to show the picture?
I have a picture.
It's like, I have a document that transfers ownership. Well, that'd be great.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Can I see it?
No. Oh, Lord.
There you go.
That was awesome.
That's a story for you.
That is a story. Just absolutely insane.
Hashtag weep in your shadow.
Weep in your shadow. That I gotta say, man, that was choice.
I don't know
there.
I don't know what I thought of, but there you go. That's what I came up with.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. But there you go. Those are the those are the situations we encounter in the non-fortune cookie odd news. And what a way to end this week's show, right? That's
beautiful. Weeping in her shadow.
I weep in your shadow. Yes. Take that. There you go. You never quite know exactly how every episode's gonna go. We have our outline, we have our things that we know we want to hit, but
you never really know.
You just never
know.
Truly know. So there you go. You want to show affection to somebody, weep in their shadow.
Pro tip right there.
Yeah. But for now, we gotta officially wrap this one up. Thank you guys for enjoying our little show. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to our website, thecrispynoodle.com. If I can, I'm so overcome with emotion.
Overcome with emotion and weeping in shadows.
Yes, so much. So yeah, go to our website, thecrispynoodle.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms, but most importantly, make sure you have a way to get the podcast sent to you every week. 2 main ways to do that. First one is on YouTube. Go to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, and when the episodes get published, they'll go straight to your YouTube account. Number 2 is on Spotify. We publish the video podcast on Spotify. Also, though, you can put Spotify in the background and listen to us as an audio-only podcast. And using Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, you can take us with you on the go. If you happen to go to Florida or Tulsa, Oklahoma to have the world's best Waffle House service.
It truly is best in the world.
Be careful, though, because it's so good you're going to want to give up your car.
Right.
You won't make it out of Oklahoma then?
No. You'll drive there and then leave it there.
Yeah.
With that amazing waitress.
Right. You're going to be stuck there. So be careful how you use our podcast on the go. But if you do, you can use it with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay through Spotify.
So many ways to check out the Crispy Noodle podcast, but if you want to get in touch with us individually to share your sports, entertainment, or odd news stories, you can find us on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I am at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. Find us on the Twitters and let us know what's happening. If we use your topic, we'll give you a sausage shout out. But for now, that'll do it. This has been the Crispy Noodle podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. That'll do it. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys
later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.